The classic supermarket adventure. A stuffed wombat production.
This is the Shirehampton Stuffed Wombat Society with their performance of The Classic Supermarket Adventure. Our story starts in the early hours of the morning in the dark, deserted car park of a suburban 24-hour Tesco. In the gloom, a man spins round wildly as if looking for something. After a few moments, he calms down and reaches for his mobile phone. Hello?
Zung, get up. You've got to come and see this. Something weird is going on at Tesco.
Good grief. What time is it?
About 2:15 a.m. Why?
What, you're ringing me at 2:15 a.m. in the morning to tell me there's something weird in Tesco? I'll tell you what's bloody weird. It's you being in Tesco at 2:15 a.m. in the morning. That's what's weird.
Look, I was hungry and I couldn't sleep. I really fancied a bag of crisps and some chocolate, so I thought, why not wander down to the 24-hour Tesco and buy some? Perhaps a little walk and some night air might help me sleep too.
OK, so only weird insofar as you're not usually one for junk food. I certainly wouldn't class that as a valid reason to wake someone up in the middle of the night simply to inform them of their sudden nocturnal cravings.
No, it wasn't that was weird. It was the Isle of Death.
Sorry, what are you on about? Mugg, are you all right?
Yes, no, sorry, Isle of Death is what I call the junk food aisle in Tesco. You know, the one with all the products that cause tooth decay, diabetes and obesity and the like.
So, let me guess, you came across a bunch of bananas in this Isle of Death, then?
What? No.
OK, a vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free, fat-free brownie.
No, it wasn't anything like that.
What then? I can't think of anything more weird than a totally taste-free cake.
Well, I don't quite know how to explain this.
Oh, go on. I'm sure you can. It's bound to be a real humdinger. Right, you've got 10 seconds before I put the phone down and go back to sleep.
There was a cavern. Looked like some sort of secret passage.
Oh, surely you can do better than that.
And there was an ethereal voice too. I was so surprised I didn't hear what she was saying at first. All I do remember was her saying something about to leave, say quit, and then the player's name. Perhaps I said quit what, because the next thing I know I'm back outside, in the car park.
Ah, I think I know what's going on. You've stumbled into Tesco half asleep, heard some announcement over the tannoy asking all the customers to leave, and then someone has shown you out into the car park. The store was probably staffed by a couple of poor students who needed a tea break.
I swear I wasn't dreaming. Come and see for yourself.
Sod it, I'm wide awake now. If this is just a ruse to drum out some nocturnal company, I won't be best pleased. I can be jolly prickly when I'm annoyed, you know.
You won't regret it. Meet me at the end of the junk food aisle in Tesco as soon as you can.
Till number 1 is now closed. Would any customers please use the self-service checkouts?
Zung, you made it. I was beginning to think you'd gone back to sleep.
I needed a quick cuppa first to get the old brain functioning at full capacity.
Oh, righto.
So, let's get on with it. Where is this so-called cave? Ah, I see it's hiding between the brightly lit Pringles shelf and the half-empty one with the jars of salsa dip on.
No need to be sarcastic. Look, it must have been something I did. Perhaps I picked up a particular combination of items.
Oh, God, I hope not. We could be here till doomsday trying to find the exact combination again.
Hang on. Now I remember. I wasn't sure what I wanted. I was in the middle of the aisle and I headed towards the Pringles on the left like this. Then I changed my mind and walked towards the bottles of fizzy drink on the right. I must have realised that a caffeine-laden drink wasn't going to help me sleep, so I went back in the direction of the crisps. Only then to consider that I could go for a caffeine-free drink option. I was just about to pick up some caffeine-free Coke when I remembered I had some at home, so I went back in the direction of the Pringles, like so.
Unseen, you must repeat the same, if you intend to play the game.
Who said that?
What? I didn't hear anything.
I heard a voice say something.
Well, you must be imagining it.
I didn't. Look, I followed this closed zigzag path back and forth across the island.
Unseen, you must repeat the same if you intend to play the game.
There it is again. It said, unseen, you must repeat the same if you intend to play the game.
You've gone barking mad.
Okay. If you don't believe me, you try it.
Fair enough. The sooner this is over, the sooner I can get back to my warm, comfortable bed. I'm half expecting a TV crew to jump out and say I've been filmed for some programme about really gullible people. Right, so it was left, then right, then left, and finally back to the...
Unseen, you must repeat the same if you intend to play the game.
Oh, my word. You weren't making it up.
You heard it too?
Yes, the voice was sort of right inside my head.
I think things are about to get really weird. You go round to the next dial for 30 seconds. If I'm not here when you get back, you repeat the same steps again and see what happens.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Who knows? But couldn't you do with a little more adventure in your life?
To begin this little game, we'll need to know your real name.
Zung. Dick Zung.
Greetings, Zung, Dick Zung. Accessibility level is set to terse. For help, say help. To leave, say quit, followed by your name. You're in a long passageway. You can go north. You see what here? There is a small brass lamp on the floor.
Mugg, where are we?
I've no idea, old boy. I've only just arrived too.
I don't like this. Hello? Help?
Hello, not recognised. You're in a long passageway. You can go north. What is here? There's a small brass lamp on the floor.
What's this what is here business?
I think she must be referring to me. When I arrived back, she said, "Welcome back, adventurer, what?" Which makes me think I must have answered, "What?" to the question about my name.
So where are we? Clearly, we're not in Tesco anymore.
You know, this seems vaguely familiar. Back in the 70s and 80s, there were these classic text-based adventures that you could play on a computer. The interface had a very crude command processor that allowed you to navigate around. Let me try something. Help name.
To set or change a player's name, say, name, new name.
Name Timothy Mugg.
Welcome, Timothy Mugg. Zung, Dick Zung is here.
Right. Name Dick Zung.
Welcome, Dick Zung. Timothy Mugg is here.
Well, that's that sorted, but what do we do?
This is really exciting. These games usually have all sorts of treasure in them. You know, bags of gold coins, emeralds the size of plovers' eggs, etc. This could make us rich.
Is it safe?
Not entirely.
What do you mean?
Well, I seem to remember that there was a small dwarf in the classic adventure. He could appear suddenly and throw a sharp knife at unsuspecting adventurers. Most of the time he missed.
What about the other times?
You died.
Look, I'm a bit uncomfortable about that. I mean, I didn't really plan to come into Tesco to end up dead in some dark underground tunnel with a dwarf's knife in my back.
Come on, we may never get this opportunity again. Let's agree that at the first sign of danger we simply said the words to leave the game and get out. Okay?
Promise?
Promise. It's probably a good idea to take this brass lamp with us too, just in case the lights fail.
What? You never said anything about it being dark.
Have a little faith, okay? Right, follow me. So apparently this passage goes north, though if you ask me, I'd say it bends round to the east a little.
I say, it's opening out into a room of some sort. Oh, my word.
You are in the room of meaning. To your left is a large musical instrument. To your right is a huge statue. There is a door to the east. It is locked. You see a note pinned to the door.
Yes, I do have eyes, thank you.
I think her descriptions are for the visually impaired players. Didn't she mention something about accessibility modes?
Why don't we turn her off then?
Probably best not to. There might be something we'd miss.
Well, you could hardly miss this. The room's massive. One half looks like a church with pews and images of the crucifixion. The other half looks like some satanic mirror image. I mean, look at that demonic statue with that huge phallus. I don't like the look of it. Let's go.
We can't. The door's locked.
What does the note say?
To exit. Viz. State the obvious and leave. Finbar Saunders.
What does it mean?
No idea. What did the guide say? Help?
You are in the room of meaning. To your left is a large musical instrument. To your right is a huge statue. There is a door to the east. It is locked. You see a note pinned to the door.
That's odd. For such a large room, I'd have thought that everything the guide said would echo, not just the word meaning. Perhaps it's a clue.
Wait, I think I've got it. The echo meaning twice or two meanings. Perhaps a double meaning.
So?
And the note. Wasn't there a comic called Viz?
Yes, your point being?
So I'm guessing that Finbar Saunders was a Viz character.
Indeed he was. I think the strip was called Finbar Saunders and his double entendres. It was mostly crude humour. I preferred some of the other characters though, like Paul Wicker the Tall Vicar or Roger Melly the man on the telly.
But look, the note says, state the obvious and leave.
I don't see what you're getting at.
That's not simply a large musical instrument over there. It's a very large church organ. And clearly that demon has a huge phallus.
So?
So I say, my, that's a huge organ, fana. Et voila!
Brilliant! Come on, let's go before any dwarves appear.
You are in the room of the lesser of three evils. You find nothing of interest here. You can go up, down, and west.
Oh, that's disappointing.
What is?
No treasure. Just what looks like a large drain cover in the floor, a weird-looking metal structure under that trapdoor in the ceiling, and a door with a picture on it. I can't make out what it is from here.
Have a little patience. Not every room is going to be filled with piles of gold.
I'd settle for one gold coin right now. Then at least we could leave with something. Any idea which way we should go?
Not yet. Didn't like the sound of the name the guide gave to this room.
Why?
She said it was called the lesser of three evils, which suggests you have to pick the least dangerous route out. Maybe there's something nasty behind each exit.
Hang on, I'll put my ear against this door. Ah!
What?
I think there's a lion or tiger behind that door. Ooh. Can you see or hear anything from the drain?
No, nothing. But that doesn't mean there might not be a tank of piranhas at the bottom.
Oh, great, that's comforting. I wonder what's behind the trap door above that metal thing.
I suppose I could try and climb up and see if I could hear anything, but that doesn't necessarily prove anything. The trapdoor could be holding back some toxic gas, or it might be booby-trapped.
I think we should give up. It's not worth the risk.
Come on, at least let's see if we can solve the riddle. If you're still unsure after that, then we go home.
But we haven't got any clue. I mean, that door with the lion behind it. Why does it have... hang on... Oh, a picture of Muhammad Ali on it.
Oh, that's who it was of.
Yes. And what's this metal structure? It looks like a sadistic four-sided climbing wall. Those footholds look awfully sharp. And why are they different sizes on each side? If we were meant to reach that trapdoor, why not simply give us a ladder?
It does sort of remind me of an oversized cheese grater.
Oh, yes. So it does. Hang on, wait. That's not a drain cover. It's a grate.
So?
Don't you see? It's a word puzzle. The exits are via the grate, the greater, or Muhammad Ali, the greatest. So the lesser of three evils is the great.
Brilliant. Right, that's two puzzles solved and we're still alive. We should probably go home now.
No way, I'm on a roll. Come on, let's get this grate open and move on.
Crikey, this is a side of you I've never seen before. Well, on you go.
You are in the banqueting hall. Banners and flags hang from the ceiling and the walls. In the centre of the room, a large oak table groans under the weight of food and drink. A scroll sits propped against a bottle in the centre. At the far end of the room, a large fire crackles in the huge ornate fireplace. Doors lead northwest, west, and southwest.
This is more like it.
Pity we can't reach the banners. They'd probably fetch a few quid on eBay. Still, at least you'll get your midnight snack.
We need to be careful. It could be a trap. I vaguely remember some of the adventure games I played having food rations in them. Some of those turned out to be tainted and made the player very sick.
OK, so why don't you try a small piece of something? If it doesn't seem right, you can spit it out.
I'm still a bit dubious. Those apples look fine. I mean, at least they're not red like in Sleeping Beauty. Hang on, I'll see if they smell like apples. Oh.
What?
They're fixed to the plate, and nope, the plate doesn't move either. They're pretty waxy too, so I'm guessing it's all just for decoration.
Pity. I quite fancy some of that beef over there, and a little red wine wouldn't go amiss either. Is there anything written on that scroll? Maybe some magic incantation that turns all this decorative food into the real thing?
Hang on, I'll see what it says. Right, I don't think it's a spell. It says, a choice of exits, you have 3. I'd take the odd one if I were thee.
That sounds ominous. How do we know which one to take?
I don't know. We should probably take a close look at the doors.
Can you hear that? There seems to be music coming from that direction.
The misty mountains go to dungeons deep and caverns cold.
It's coming from behind that door. Hang on, there's a peephole. I'll see if I can see anything. I think I can just make out someone sitting cross-legged on the floor playing a lute. He's dressed in medieval clothing too. What about the other doors?
This door has a glass window in the top half. Just a sec. I'll have a look and see what's in there. Oh, it looks like some sort of chocolatier's establishment. There's a single hard-shelled chocolate on a velvet cushion on the counter. The cushion has a spiral of silver stars embroidered onto it.
Well, given the previous puzzles, it's clearly a clue of some sort. Let's check out the last door.
Crumbs, this door has a lot of cracks in, and my word, that's a jolly cold wind blowing through them.
Hang on, I wonder if I can see anything through one of the cracks. Yes, this one would be big enough. Hey, it looks like a wine cellar. There's a map of France on the wall, an empty bottle of Côte de Rhône on the floor, and a large brass compass that appears to be pointing northwest. Oh, and there's a small device with 4 cups on it spinning round. Crikey, that wind has dried my lips and eyes out.
Right, so to summarise, we have someone singing, some chocolate, and some wine.
Aha, I think I've got it.
Go on.
Well, we're in a banqueting hall and all the doors appear to be offering some sort of bacchanalian treat. You know, wine, song, but not women.
Maybe the game is just being politically correct.
Possibly, but it means that the chocolate door is the odd one out.
That seems a little too easy. I'm not convinced.
Come on, trust me. This way. Onwards. Look, see?
As you open the chocolate door, a nasty-looking dwarf appears from behind the counter. The dwarf utters a curse in a language you don't recognise and throws a sharp knife in your direction.
Mugg, look out!
Ah!
Fortunately for you, the knife misses. The dwarf runs off through the back of the shop.
Quick, close the door.
Oh, God, that was close.
Are you okay?
Yes, just a little shaken. I'm not in any rush to try that route again. But if that's not the right direction, which one is?
Well, I think we're supposed to use all the information to work out a solution.
No kidding, Sherlock.
I'm guessing it's another play on words or something like that.
I can't see anything obvious. I mean, we've got a singer dressed in old-fashioned clothes, this chocolate shop with a single chocolate on this star-spangled pillow, and that room filled with French wine and that cold, dry wind whistling through the cracks in the door.
Right, hang on. What if the singer is supposed to be a minstrel? Would that get us anywhere?
I don't know. Perhaps we're supposed to identify the chocolate in there as a specific type of chocolate.
OK, so is there any information we've not used?
I guess we haven't worked out what the pillow with the stars on signifies.
That's probably a clue to the type of chocolate we're looking for then, possibly with some sort of astronomical connection.
Mars bar?
Doesn't look very Mars bar shaped. Didn't you say it had a hard shell coating?
Yes.
And you said the stars were embroidered in a swirly pattern.
So?
So that could suggest a galaxy then.
Where are you going with this?
Wasn't there a bag of sweets called minstrels made by Galaxy?
Yes.
So just one of them would be a minstrel. And in the other room we have a Tudor singer or a minstrel. I haven't figured out what the room with the wine signifies, though, which means we shouldn't risk trying that route until we worked it out.
Agreed.
Didn't you say there was a spinning device on the floor with 4 cups on it?
Yes.
Let me have a quick look. Ah, that's an anemometer. It measures wind speed. Wait, that rings a bell. I can't quite put my finger on it. There's a wind in the south of France that blows through the Rhone region, probably in a direction indicated by that compass needle, which is pointing northwest.
You mean the Mistral? It's supposed to be very cold and dry.
That's it, which would make it the odd one out. Minstrel, minstrel, mistral.
You sure?
No, but then who's to say that the singing minstrel doesn't have an Uzi submachine gun hidden up his voluminous sleeves? At least this way we can pick up a bottle of wine or two on the way through.
Good point. Right, lead on.
Crumbs, that's blooming cold.
Grab a bottle. Quick, keep moving.
You are in the room of the calculus of power. You can go north, south, or down. A sudden dread comes over you as everything goes dark. You dare not move for fear of being eaten by the grue.
Quick, Mug, turn on that lamp thingy.
Hang on. Blimey, where is it?
Hurry up!
You feel a presence brush past you. The thief steals your wine.
Damn it. There. Oh, God, this lamp doesn't look like it's going to last very long.
What can you see?
The walls appear to be covered in numbers and formula. I can see a door with what looks like a calculator for an entry keypad. And, hang on, there's another exit with horizontal bars across it. All the bars have coloured beads on them. I don't think we're small enough to squeeze between the bars with the beads.
Where's the third exit the guide mentioned?
I can't see it. No, wait, here it is. It looks like a slide going down into the gloom.
What do we do?
We could quit while we're... Hang on. What's that written on the ceiling?
Can you get any more light on it?
That's the best I can do.
I still can't read it.
Wait, I have an idea. Accessibility full.
Accessibility mode set to full.
Look, ceiling.
On the ceiling, amongst the numbers, you see a message. The message reads, "Calculate the route to govern your exit."
Brilliant. But what does it mean?
It must be another flipping obscure word puzzle. When I find the bugger who set them, I'm gonna...
Mug, the lamp is starting to flicker. We better hurry up.
OK, so what do we see? A door with beads, a door with a calculator, and a slide into the abyss.
How many beads are there on those bars?
Just a sec. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3. 10 on that one. And that one. At a rough guess, I'd say there were 10 on each.
What about the door with the keypad?
Just a simple standard calculator as far as I can tell.
And the slide?
There's nothing stopping us using it.
Which probably means it's the wrong choice.
Why?
It's too easy. We're probably supposed to find some combination that opens the calculator door, or maybe arrange the beads in a particular way that causes the bars to slide back.
Possibly, but we better be quick. These batteries won't last much longer.
Wait, that door with the bars?
Yes.
Well, it looks like an oversized abacus.
So it does.
And the door with the calculator, well, is clearly just a calculator.
Obviously.
And the voice said, calculate the route to govern your exit.
Your point being?
Well, you could say the slide rules or governs, a slide rule being another calculating device.
Crikey, I think you're right. Quick, I don't think this lamp has more than a few seconds left. Run for the slide.
Whoa!
You have arrived in the treasure hall. In front of you, a myriad of golden eggs cover the floor for as far as the eye can see. A large notice hangs from a wooden beam in the ceiling. It reads, "Only one egg shalt you receive, to be opened after you leave. A door to your right is marked exit."
Zung, we've made it, old chap. We're going to be rich.
Which egg do we pick, though?
No idea, just grab one and run for the exit.
Go on then, you choose first.
No, after you, old boy. You were the one who solved all the puzzles.
Yes, but if it wasn't for your little early morning trip to Tesco, we wouldn't be here.
No.
The adventure is closing. All players must vacate the game immediately.
Oh, Lummy, look, the hall at the far end, it's folding in on itself.
Quick, Zung, run. I'll grab the nearest egg.
I'm right behind you, old boy.
Crumbs, that was close.
A bit too close, if you don't mind me saying. Goodness, we're back in the Tesco car park. Where's the door?
That's weird. I can't see anything, not even a crack. Still, we've got one of the golden eggs.
Let's have a look.
Here you go.
Oh, that's odd. I would have expected it to be a lot heavier. It does look strangely plasticky, too.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Perhaps there's something inside.
Here, have it back. Why don't you open it?
How?
I may be wrong, but it does look a bit like an oversized Kinder egg. You know, the ones that you can unscrew. They're the ones with the toy inside.
Wait, I think it does have a joint in the middle. Hang on, I'll see if it unscrews. It better not be a plastic toy.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh, I don't sodding believe it.
What is it?
It's a bloody Tesco voucher for 50p off a tube of Pringles.
What?
If I find the person who created that game, I'm going to rip them limb from limb.
Steady on, old boy. Steady on. The classic supermarket adventure was written by Tim Reed and starred Richard Hall as the announcer and Dick Zung. Tim Reed was Timothy Mugg, Ailish Fowler was the voice of the adventure guide, Danny Lind was the minstrel, Sarah Gorton was the supermarket tannoy, and Freddie Gorton was the threatening dwarf. Sound effects were half price, and it was a stuffed wombat production.